What's up, y'all? This is DHR2 and welcome back to my channel. So this came out of nowhere for me because you guys know I am a huge Power Rangers fan in terms of story and developing, and to say the least, Boom Studios has done an amazing job with the Mighty Morphin series. They've done a better adaptation of the original 5 or 6 for that matter than the show ever did. Although there are a few things that I like about the series, but that doesn't mean that the series is great. It's not even perfect by all means, and it has plenty of flaws. So seems like we got a new director. It says Jonathan Entwistle is developing a Power Rangers reboot for Paramount. Okay, my theory, well, I kind of predicted a while back, is that ever since the Bumblebee movie came out, it was a huge hit. They finally done Transformers right. I've said to myself, imagine if Paramount would have done the same thing with the Power Rangers movie, traveling all the way back to the 1990s. That would have been amazing, and somehow they must have watched all of our videos when it comes to covering stuff like this, and this really worked. And before we get into this article, if you're new into this, if you're somehow coming in, just tuning in, you better fasten your seatbelt because we're going on a trip. So let's get to it. It says 2 years ago, Lionsgate rebooted the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the big screen. However, fans of the original series and the current generation of fans largely failed to support it. Regardless of that outcome, Paramount is ready to try again with the new take of the classic theme. The reason why the reboot failed because of politics, and the suits sucked, the Zords looked terrible, and the cast just didn't really hit it for me. And I remember 3 years ago before the movie came out, I was defending it like crazy. I was telling people like, look, y'all need to just stop hating on this movie. It hasn't even come out yet. They were hating on the costumes. They were hating on the helmets. They were hating on the cast. And I realized, looking back at now, I was kind of stupid. I should have just, kind of agreed what the fans were thinking. But in terms of the 2017 movie, they did a worse job. The story didn't make any sense. We did not get any Ranger action into the third arc. It was just stupid. Like, forget about the character development. I want action. They completely failed what made Power Rangers famous in the first place. Martial arts actions, Megazord robot fightings, and the music. And make sure the plot makes sense. And I don't know, man. It's just like Lionsgate and Saban just blew it with Power Rangers though. They went complete 180 on the film, in my opinion. So feel free to disagree with me, but it's the truth. Via Variety, Paramount has lined up the end of the effing world creator Jonathan Entwistle to develop a Power Rangers movie reboot. Paramount picked up the rights after Lionsgate reboot failed to relaunch the franchise. Patrick Burlier, the writer of Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, is listed to provide the script for the new movie. Okay, I don't know who this guy is. I never heard of him, and I never really heard of the show. Well, Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway. I've seen The Runaway before. I couldn't get to that show. It was boring. But to say the least, I am more interested in the script. So if I have some update on what the script is going to look like, I will let you guys know from the jump. So, and related Power Rangers and TMNT unite for crossover. One of the biggest changes for the Power Rangers is that Hasbro owns the franchise now. That puts the Rangers under the same company that has G.I. Joe, Transformers, Micronauts, and ROM, something like that. For years, Hasbro Studios was pursuing a Marvel-style shared universe for its adaptation. It's unclear if Hasbro is still suffering from MCU envy and whether Power Rangers will be a part of that universe. No, it won't. All they gotta do is just make it work. So, I mean, I will admit, well, that Hasbro is the perfect home for Power Rangers. I mean, look how Beast Morphers turned out. The show is doing good. It's not great for all means, but it's a good start. The story makes sense. The writing is strong, and the episodes were good. Some were good, some were terrible. But that doesn't mean the season is bad. It's good. They just has some flaws, but it's great. I mean, good. What I'm talking about. But when Hasbro said they're still suffering from Marvel envy, and what they're meant by that is the toy lines. So the Marvel Legends toy lines, I don't know if they're doing pretty bad or not. That's basically what they're meant when they said that. So, what do you want to see in the next Power Rangers movie? Also, yeah, just tell us what we want to know. Okay. Let me say this right here, though. As a Power Rangers fan, a longtime Ranger fan, I am more interested in the story and the writing. As far as that corny, campy stuff, I'm going to just ignore that and just focus on the story. So, I would like for them to do... No, even though they saying that they're going to do time traveling back to the 1990s where Power Rangers began, it makes sense in a sort of way. So, away from the 2020, to time travel all the way back to the 1990s, like around 83 or 92 for that matter. I mean, if I were them, I would probably do like a time traveling part when they go back to 1982 when the pilot episode first came out. That would make so much sense. Even Austin St. John himself said that the pilot episode was one of his favorites because it was the one that introduced the characters. Even though it made zero sense and it had little to no plot to it anyway, but it was kind of like the introduction of the Rangers that we know today. So I'm excited for the development. Hasbro is already doing a good job with the franchise when it comes to the comics, the toy lines, the video games. Now they got a director or a writer from End of the Effing World, and now they got writers who did the writing for was doing the rap, who is doing the writing for The Rabbit 2 and The Runaway and The Run. So, with that being said, what is you all thinks? What's y'all thoughts on Hasbro and Paramount developing a brand new Power Rangers movie? Let me know in the comments down below. And until then, this is DHR2, and it's Morphin Time.